One Python concept, real use, let's make it stick.
In today's BitSize Python, let's master how to use f-strings and string formatting. We will look at f-strings, we will embed some expressions, we will also format some numbers, we will pad and align texts, and we will format dates and variables. In the first of all, let's take a look at how to use basic f-strings and insert variables directly into strings. In order to show this, let's create two variables. First one is name. Let's give it John. And let's create another variable called age. Let's give 30. And inside print statement, we will use the f string. We will create the quotation mark. And then inside is my name is, let's insert the first variable name. My name is John, and I am, inside another curly braces, let's create, put in age, years old. Okay, so that's it. So inside f string, we can insert our variables directly. And then this will print it out in the way that we formatted it. So let's run this. And then as expected, my name is John and I'm 30 years old. So that's the basic f string usage. So that's the first usage. Summary, we can use f strings directly to inject variables into our strings with curly braces. Okay. The second usage, we can embed expressions using math and a function calls inside curly braces. So how do we do this? In order to show this, let's create another two variables. The first one is price 9.99, and then let's create another variable called a quantity, and let's say 3. Let's print out using the f string, and then the total is $, and then within the curly braces, we can actually put our variables and we can do a direct mathematical expressions inside the curly braces. And then after we run this, it will just print out total 29.97. So we can embed expressions within the f strings directly. So, summary, you can use math or function calls directly inside the curly braces of an f string. Okay, let's take a look at our third point, number formatting, control decimals and then separators. So in order to show this, let's create another variable called pi. So this is the pi, 3.141592 and 65. Okay, so that's the value of pi, and we can print out using the f string. Within the f string, pi rounded to, let's round it to 2 decimal points, 2 decimals. After 2 decimals, inside curly braces, again, let's give the value first pi, and then a colon, and then 0.2. I want 2 decimal points, and then using f. So after this, we're going to run this, and then pi rounded to 2 decimal point is 3.14. Okay, so this is the, you can use it this way, or let's create another variable called big number. Big number is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after that, you can use the print, and within it, you can use the f string, and then with comma, separator, and we can do a curly braces, and then the big number, and you can do semicolon, and then a comma. Right after this, you can run this whole thing, and then with comma separator, and as you can see, our big number is now separated using commas. So this is just an example to show how you can also format using and control the decimals and separators using the f string. So summary, you can use 0.2f for decimals, and then comma to auto add commas to large numbers. Okay, so that's the third usage. Now let's take a look at the next one. We can also use f strings to pad and align text to make tables and neat outputs. For example, let's print out the first line of a receipt, say using the f string, and then the let's insert our first say item, And then this item is going to be, this string item is going to be left aligned 15. And then let's insert another string, which is going to be the price. This price is going to be right aligned 9 positions. Okay, let's just quickly print out what this gives us. So it gives us item, left aligned, and price, right aligned. Okay, now let's print out a whole bunch of hyphens. And then let's just multiply this hyphen by 25. And it's just going to print out a vertical line. Okay, now let's put in our next item. Our first item, let's use the print statement and f strings, and within it, our first item, let's say, is going to be noodle and colon, and then after colon, let's put the 15 to the left. So that's the padding, left align 15, and let's print out the dollar sign and then insert another curly braces, and inside it, let's put the price 5.99 and then colon, and then after that, we will give the right aligning with 8.2. So 8 positions to the right, and then 2 decimal places with 2F. We've seen this before, and let's just quickly run this, and it's going to give us the noodle and then the dollar sign as well as the price. And we can populate our receipts with similar items. Let's copy this and go to the next one and then create a whole bunch of them. The next one, let's say this is going to be sushi, and then it's also 15 left aligned, and let's give it the price. It's $12.99, and then the right align is the same. And then our last item, let's say it's going to be tea. And then this T is also 15 to the left aligned, and then dollar sign in the middle, and then T is going to be $2.99, and it's also right aligned. Let's just quickly run this, and then as you can see, our short receipt has been created. So we can use f strings to pad and align texts and make tables and then neat outputs. Okay, so that's it. Summary, we can use left sign, this smaller than sign for left alignment and greater than sign for right alignment. We can also use this caret sign for centering and padding with spaces. Okay, so that's great. So the last usage of f-string in this video is going to be formatting dates and variables. We can use format specifiers for clean outputs. So let's take a look at an example. In order to use some dates, we will use the date time module, import date time. So in order to access to that now function, so now is going to be datetime.now. So this function resides inside this datetime module, and then we can use the print statement f string, and then today is. Now we can insert our curly braces, and then the variable now we just created after colon, we can specify the format. We will use %y for year, and then percent sign small m, so this is important, small m is month, and then percent sign d, small d, and then we can also use percent sign for hour, capital H, and then percent sign capital M. So this is minutes. I said earlier, small m is month, and then big M here is minutes. After this, when I run this, it's going to print out today's date in year, month, date, hour, and minutes. This is a very useful way of using f strings. So we can use formatting in using f strings to format dates in readable formats using the percent sign ym and small d inside f strings. Great. So let's just quickly recap f strings, and we can use basic way, just insert our variables inside the curly braces. We can do math inside curly braces using expressions. We can specify which decimal points that we want from our results, and we can also express big numbers using commas. We can align texts left align using smaller than sign or right aligned using greater than sign. We can also format our dates using these formats. Okay, so using f strings, we can do a clean, readable, and efficient string formatting in Python.
That's it for today. Always learn more with less. Hit subscribe and don't miss out on daily videos.